Years ago, when my youngest daughter was sick, my brother, Dr. Corns, introduced me to juicing. So until this day, I still juice. When I juice oranges, I get orange juice. When I juice carrots, I get carrot juice and not lemon juice, right? Every now and then, when a fruit is out of its element and it's not used for its purpose in a timely manner, I can go to cut it open and it's either rotten or dried up. But I don't always see that until I start to cut it open or start peeling it, right? So in Proverbs 23, it says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." What seeds are you planting in your heart? If I were to poke you, or if I were to say words to you that hurt your feelings, or was so harsh that it just cut through you like a knife, are you going to look for words to get me back so you can hurt my feelings back, or find words to cut through me like a knife so I can feel what you felt? Are you going to want to fight me? Or do you sit back and you think about, I'm going to get her back? You hold that grudge and you let it sit in there and you think about how you're going to get me back so you can hurt me back. So look at this orange. No matter how I squeeze it, how soft, how hard, put it on the floor, stomp on it, cut through it, the only thing I get is what's inside, right? Orange juice, unless it's rotten. So here's my point. We always want to blame others about what they're doing and how they made us feel, or we need to let them know what they're doing and what they need to address because we're angry or we're upset, we're hurt, our feelings are hurt. But what comes out is what you already had there. That had nothing to do with whoever brought it out. That's something we need to address, right? So when Christ was being led to the cross and he knew his purpose, what he knew he was about to be crucified, right? The crowd, they mocked him. They spat on him. They called him names. They took a crown of thorns and pressed it on his head. They took his hands and they nailed him to the cross. But in the midst of all of this, he sees mothers and he tells them, don't mourn for me, mourn for yourself and your children. He prayed, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. In the midst of what they're doing, he still finds love and compassion because it's there in his heart. So Christ was fully aware of the people that were mocking him, spitting on him, ready to crucify him, even though he did nothing. He was aware that the problem was with them and they needed healing. So thank goodness he stayed on track on what his purpose was versus, oh, I need to mock them back. I need to get them back. He stayed on his purpose so he could save us all. So my challenge to you is, we all have Christ in us. Christ lives in all of us. Let's allow him to manifest himself in us so he can protect us when someone attack us with words that hurt our feelings or harsh words, people that are unforgiving. Protect us from that. So it took me a while. I'm not going to lie. It took me a long time to figure out. It was easier for me to be aware why my feelings were always hurt when certain things were said or some words or different things were said. Why was my feelings so easily hurt all the time? So I had to be aware and address that because it was easier for me to focus and address that versus me every time I get hurt. Oh, you hurt my feelings and you need to do this or that. Oh, you hurt my feelings. You need to be aware of what you're saying to people so you can stop doing that. So it's easier to address yourself and why certain things hurt you so easily, even when it's the truth sometimes. That's easier to address than trying to fix others. Let Christ that lives in us address that. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. My name is Shelley, and you've just been served another page from my journal of life lessons learned. Cheers.